the Mario swing, from side to side. Anyway, all jokes aside, alrighty then, my rule chums, it is I, Daniel, you may call me the pop culture dude, and now I'm making my very first Super Mario Bros. Video. Yes, and I know you're gonna say, but aren't you a Sonic the Hedgehog fan? Well, yes, I will admit that I do like Sonic more, but I will also admit that I was a Mario fan back during my childhood days. Heck, you can even see Mario, Luigi, and a couple of Mario backgrounds and props around my shelf, so I definitely have a good history with Mario during my introduction to childhood from the Nintendo GameCube and the Nintendo Wii, where I play some Mario Party games, some kart games, and so on and so on. But now, we are going to talk about the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Definitely not the 1993 one featuring Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo that goes, it's Mario and Luigi Mario, where Donkey Kong looks like a live-action chimpanzee and Bowser, or should I say King Koopa, has a disgusting lizard tongue. But we are not going to talk about that. I know it's a guilty pleasure for some others, but that makes some fans by saying, we do not have that much hope for video game movies. Unless you count Detective Pikachu, which was the early rise by saying, video game movies can be good. And then when Sonic the Hedgehog came out, I'm like, okay, now, we could definitely know that video game movies are in a bright direction thanks to the video game movies that I eventually just mentioned. So either way, we're going to talk about the animated Super Mario Bros. Movie. This time it's animated, not live action, and it took like nearly almost 30 years to make another Mario movie, but this time it's going to be produced by Universal Pictures and Illumination. Yes, the exact same studio that made those cash-grabbing, talking yellow, annoying beans, the Minions. Did I say Minions? I meant Minions, which makes over $1 billion at the box office, but still got a Rotten Tomatoes score. So, yeah, Illumination, they have their ups and downs when it comes to their animated movies. So, either way, is this movie gonna be doomed? Are we gonna see some hip-hop songs? Are we gonna see some Minions doing a Mario thing? Like, every time you see an Illumination movie, a Minion shows up and, I don't know, just hits a coin block or eats a mushroom. I don't know, at least something. But either way, no, I don't think this movie's completely doomed just because we got the creator, the godfather of Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto, who created Mario in the first place, and he is an executive producer of the movie, and he trusts the CEO of Illumination, Chris Meledandri, that they're in safe hands for this movie to release in 2022. Yes, this movie is going to be released at the exact same year as the upcoming Uncharted movie featuring Tom Holland in February of 2020, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, aka the Sonic movie sequel on April 8th, and then an animated Super Mario Bros. Movie with, I don't know what's the release date, but it's coming later on. Looks like we're gonna have a Sonic movie and a Mario movie in the same year. Let the box office competition begin. But I'm thinking that Mario might win because, you know, Mario's more mainstream and it's a $1 billion record, so I bet that happens. And if that movie becomes successful, you definitely know that Illumination is going to make sequels for the Super Mario Bros. Animated Cinematic Universe. But either way, they decide to make that deal because, you know, Nintendo and Universal decided to make a deal by, let's make some Super Nintendo World theme parks. And for those who are in Japan, you're pretty lucky that you get to have it because since I'm from Florida, I have to wait till 2025. Great, and I have to wait till I'm done for my adolescent years, and now I'm going to be in my mid-20s if that happens, so... But yeah, just take your time, okay? So, no need to rush. But other than that, are there going to be any other proper updates of the Super Mario Bros. Movie? Well, there's no specific game that they want to take inspiration from, but there is one source material that they're definitely going to take, and it's none other than... Yes, you guessed it, it's none other than the Super Mario Adventures manga/comic book series where, yes, Bowser tries to take away Peach by saying, like, I want to have kids with you. And then Mario and Luigi eventually just have those things where Mario and Luigi actually get to talk and speak. Yes, they actually speak, like Mario has a cocky personality, same goes for Luigi, and yeah, it's at least to have some dialogue. But the question is, who's gonna voice them? Well, there's some interesting news. The voice actor of Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, Charles Martinet, aka the voice of all these characters, he actually got an interview by one of the fans by saying, will you be the voice of the animated Mario Bros. Movie? And here's what Charles Martinet has to say in this GalaxyCon live video.
Yeah, it's sweet. You have any questions for me?
Yeah, I was wondering, what are your thoughts on Illumination's upcoming Mario movie?
Well, it sounds like a marvelous thing. It sounds like great fun. And if they invite me to play, I'll go in and play with great joy and happiness.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
Pardon me?
I'm looking forward to it too.
Me too. Me too. It should be a lot of fun. You know, everything that Illumination touches looks like it's fun, and Nintendo too. And of course, there's the Mario theme parks that are coming up soon. I don't know if you ever get to Florida or California, but there's going to be one park in each place connected with Universal. That's great. And of course, there's the Lego Mario. All kinds of fun stuff in the world. You know.
So yeah, that's pretty much the answer that you're gonna get. Like, Charles Martinet has not been called on the phone by Nintendo or Universal by saying, hey, you want to voice Mario for the movie? But that didn't happen. Like, he would love to. He will have the desire and be honored. He's looking forward to the movie, but has no clue that he's going to be involved in the production at all. But like I said, because basically, even to the mainstream audience, you recognize his voice by going, Yahoo! Waha! Let's go! Yeah, number one! Aha! Like, come on, is there any other voice that you could replace with? And then cast your celebrity by, hey everybody, it's Danny DeVito as Mario! Oh look, it's Robert Downey Jr. as Waluigi! Like, it's gonna get that crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was okay with that, with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie by casting celebrities for the characters. Why? Because it's a live action CGI hybrid, so I have no problem with it. But since this movie is fully animated, and I understand that you want celebrity castings to sell to the general audience, but since this is animated, I just don't think it's really that necessary. And I think Charles Martinet, as a nice, genuine guy that he is with his heart and soul, it will definitely be honored that he gets to voice Mario, because he's been voicing every Mario mainstream game since Super Mario 64 back in the 90s. So it'll definitely be a good sign if they do so. So we don't know, but we'll eventually find out more soon. But let's get into more details about behind the scenes of a little bit of the development of the Super Mario Bros. Animated movie. As a matter of fact, they already got their music composer to make the music. Like, for instance, they actually hired the guy who made the music for Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and he's going to compose for the movie. So at least he got someone to work for Nintendo. But anyway, let's go with my handy dandy laptop. Got the tablet. So anyway, let's read. New Super Mario Bros. Movie in the works for 2022 with Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto as co-producer. Aha! Almost 3 decades of the release of the live-action Super Mario film everyone wishes to forget. It seems a new Super Mario movie. It's on its way according to Nintendo, and it's moving ahead smoothly. So they basically saying like, yes, it's in the works. I mean, it's an anime movie. You could still do the animation. You could still do voice acting at your home or maybe during the studio itself. So the movie could still be released in 2022 with the other video game movies I mentioned, which might be the year of video game movies. So anyway, let's continue. News of the animated film courtesy Nintendo's corporate management policy briefing. Not much else is known about the film according to the report by Esquire. Nintendo will be teaming up with the production company Universal Studios to co-fund the movie. Reports state that the Super Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto will be involved in the animated film, serving as co-producer along Illumination's Chris Meledandri. Illumination Studios was behind the widely beloved Despicable Me and Minions movies, which a sequel got delayed to next summer. Ha ha! So, news of a new Super Mario movie was back in 2018. So yeah, it's been development for the past almost 3 years by now. So it wasn't until now that we've heard any updates in it. I was like this one not done well for the first time, Meledandri told Variety in an interview back in 2018. I think that's more exciting or more worthy than simply making another version of the film that is done incredibly well to begin with. According to Nintendo, the film will be released in 2022, though an exact release date, more details on the film's plot and cast have to be revealed. So yeah, that's pretty much the only update that we're ever gonna get to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like, no clue about it. Like, we know the year, but not the date. But also, as I'm looking over through my research, that basically that Chris Meledandri is aware that video game movies are not that well good, and the last Mario movie wasn't that well received either. So we just really don't know sure about it. I mean, I guess the story's gonna feature Mario going to underneath a labyrinth with his brother Luigi to save a princess from Bowser. Maybe that could be the case, or it's a couple of changes. But hey, like, who knows? We probably might see other characters like Yoshi or the Toads or Donkey Kong, Wario, and Waluigi, who is not able for Smash. So it will be cool. We have like other cameos, but even though you guys already know for sure that I love the Sonic movie for being a great video game adaptation. To me, at least. It's fine to agree to disagree. But either way, I like that the Cinema Blend article eventually just talks about what could the new Mario Bros. Movie could learn from Sonic. Because trust me, I do want this new Mario movie to be good. Want to be satisfying to the fans, but at the exact same time, make sure it's like the best Mario movie that we've ever gotten, besides the 1993 one, which did not make everyone happy. But let's continue. So anyway, let's just start off with number 1, make Bowser the main antagonist, which I definitely agree. If you ask any fan of Mario or any fan at all, they will tell you without hesitation that Bowser is Mario's main antagonist. So what did the original Super Mario Bros. Movie make King Koopa the main bad guy? And yes, before you jump down my throat, I know King Koopa was Bowser's original name in the first Super Mario Bros. Video game, but the movie came out in 1993. This was after Super Mario Bros. 3 and even Super Mario World, where the name and likeness of Bowser was established as a giant reptilian creature with spiky shell. But when the studio cast Dennis Hopper, they had him say lines like, "Monkey!" So yeah, you get the reference. So one of the only things that Sonic the Hedgehog got right almost immediately was making Dr. Robotnik the main villain, which they did, and cast Jim Carrey as him as the icing on the cake because he was perfect casting for that role. So yes, this new Mario movie must make Bowser the main antagonist. It should make him identical to the fans that are used to, especially since the film's animated. So yeah, Bowser is the main villain for the video game, so of course you gotta make him the main bad guy. I mean, who else? Are you gonna eventually just make Kamek the villain or something? I don't know. Let's continue. So reference to the games, but don't strictly adhere to their logic. Another aspect that makes Sonic the Hedgehog successful was the fact that it was a Sonic story, but it wasn't beholden to the logics of the games. I mean, yes, rings are a key component in the games, and rings are prominent in the Sonic movie, but it's not like Sonic's running through rings for health in the movie, or when Dr. Robotnik hits him, rings just come flying out of his body. That's a cue that the new Super Mario Bros. Movie needs to take from Sonic. Of course, we don't need to super extract like the first Super Mario Bros. Movie. Nevertheless, this new movie doesn't have to follow all the video game's logic, like collecting floating coins or punching blocks, but make the references to all stuff a prominent part of the story. I understand what this article's going like. You still want to be pleasing to the fans, but don't like shove it down our throats because it's going to confuse people who are not fans. I mean, everyone's played a Mario game, right? At least one? Well, I'm not surprised that they don't play every single game, but come on. At least one Mario game in your childhood or your life, so you should at least get the references. But I understand what this article is saying. But anyway, let's get moving. Don't stick to any specific game in the series. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a lot of people's favorite Sonic game. If it were a comic book franchise, the writers would have pulled off from this game from the movie source material. But Sonic's not a comic book franchise. Well, I mean it is, but you know what they mean. It's the Archie comics, the IDW comics. The movie doesn't really specific pull from the specific Sonic game, except the first one. Instead, the story is featuring Sonic that's wholly different from the games, and Sonic's just kind of in it. That's what the Mario movie should do. Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Super Mario 64 are completely different games. They're all very popular, so trying to prevent to turn off any fans who might feel slight elements from their favorite Mario game isn't in the movie. Just make a Mario film in general rather than pulling from any specific games. It's a smart decision. So basically like what Sonic did, they take elements from the video game adaptation and they did it based on the first game, but not like a specific one. And I understand what this article's going through, like you could take elements from a Mario game, but it doesn't have to be a specific one, because we know the main inspiration is the Super Mario Adventures comic book series, and that's going to be the idea for it. So that which we should usually expect. And if the movie becomes a $1 billion success, you know there's going to be a tons of sweet merch, sweet sequels, and eventually some minions dressed as Mario characters. So yeah, that's what we could expect. So if there's any other update on the anime Super Mario Bros. Movie, I'll let you guys know. That's going to happen 2022 next to Sonic Movie 2. So I'll give you guys an update when they eventually start working on it. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I decided to upload this because it's Mario Day on March 10th. So that's why I decided to do it on this day. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Take care now. Bye then.